What's going on, Vol Nation, man? We back with another video, and we got some major updates around fall camp. We know G-Mac and Faison Brandon are going neck and neck right now, obviously for the QB competition, but there's much more coming up, injury updates, and so much more with that big-time offensive line. We talk about it today and more on the show. All right, what's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Got another jam-packed episode for you guys today. And today we're basically going to be updating you on the latest with the Tennessee Vols. But before we do that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up this video, Vol Nation, and make sure you share and tell a friend as well. We got a lot of good content that we'll have on the channel, a couple fans, obviously on the channel as well, and obviously some parents, different things like that. But we'll be covering Vol Nation all year long as it pertains to college football. All right, so let's go ahead and get into and talk the latest around the Vols. Now, I missed this because I was out, but I do want to just talk about this very briefly. But a major injury for the Vols in Jaden Harmon, who will miss the 2026 football season with a torn ACL. Now, this was expected to be a year where he got more PT. It's expected to be a year he's supposed to contribute more alongside Arian Carter. So definitely tough news and a tough blow for the former four-star prospect linebacker that played for Rome High School. So definitely a big blow for him, man. But a year that he can get better, a year that he can continue to perfect his craft, and a year that he could just rehab and get back right next year for when he can take that step forward. So unfortunate news, but for him, it's a year just rehab, get better, learn the scheme, learn the system, and he should be back next season. So this was the reported, I think August 9th was the day, so we won't stay on this one too long, but I did want to bring that up. Now, a positive injury news update is around Ty Redmond. Okay, Ty Redmond is back officially for the Tennessee Vols. Now we know how big of a piece he is. I think he was the third or the fourth leading tackler for the Tennessee Vols this past year, and we know how big time it is for him to come back. You know what I'm saying, for the Volunteers, and what he's going to mean to that defense, what he's going to mean to that secondary. And that's the reason why they have so much faith in this team. Yeah, they lost a couple players. They lost Colton Hood. They lost Boo Carter. But they have faith in this team because they know Ty Redmond is as advertised and came in as a freshman and was one of those guys for them. So big year coming up for him. A lot of buzz around that name, Ty Redmond. And him being back definitely makes you feel better as a Vol fan moving forward. And for him to be obviously back on the practice field. Now going to the practice field, we got to talk about the what was captured today by Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae has been reporting and obviously covering the Vols for quite a long time. Alum of Tennessee and has been covering them for quite a long time with the network. So shout out to her. She does really great work for obviously the Vols. But first and foremost, this video that she was able to capture right here. I mean, we seeing some. Definitely take that off and don't get copyrighted. But we're seeing some major dudes, and this is Ori Williams, 6'9". See how big he is right there. As obviously moving, got some really good feet. And you know what I'm saying, using a really good lower base, and you just see how he's able to drive instantly on that, you know what I'm saying, machine, and just being able to drive back the coach, right, and being able to get to the second level pretty quickly. So from what she said, Ori Williams listed at 6'8", 339, new addition to the Vols offensive line. Played left tackle for LSU. He spent 2 years. He is not allowed to sack in 154 offensive snaps. One of the top 30 offensive tackle prospects for the 2026 portal cycle. His decision to move to Knoxville was heavily influenced by a strong connection with the Vols staff. We hear from him and his position coach, Glenn Illerby, after practice today. So there it is. She caught this earlier today, and they will obviously talk to media after practice in the morning. Okay, but what does it tell me, right? Tennessee is continuing to invest into the offensive line. They continue to invest into making that a cornerstone unit of this team, right? Because without that, you can't run the football with Deshaun Bishop. You can't run that football with Javin Gordon and them boys. You can't throw the ball with Faison or G-Mac. It's going to make it difficult. But having this size, along with David Sanders, who's a former 5-star prospect, you have the talent and beef in order to be very good. And we see multiple teams take a page out of this book, right? Take a page out of, okay, 6'8", 330, 6'7", 335, whatever it is. Teams are using this in order to kind of get the beef on the offensive line and have a really good unit overall, right? And again, it's easier said than done, But at the same time, I think this is how you build a team to take the next step forward. And for those fans that come and say, "Oh, Tennessee's not that good. Tennessee had a down season last year," like they overachieved last year when everybody thought they were going to be crap after the whole situation with Nico Maliava, bringing in Joey Aguilar. So this is a team I think still playing with house money. Yeah, there's some expectations this year, but nobody's expecting Tennessee to go, oh yeah, win the SEC, right? Now, very good football team. They have been ranked in some national polls, right, towards the 25, 20 like range and stature. But this is not a team that everybody's expecting to be the number one team in the country, right, or to win the SEC. Can they do that? Yes, right. Tennessee has everything they need to do that. The wide receiving core, quarterback position should be fine. Biggest questions are going to be on the defensive line. If they can figure that part out, they can create more pressure. Those guys are going to definitely be ready. But overall, I mean, when you look at clips like this, you can't help but be excited about the offensive line and what it's going to be like this season in the SEC and for obviously the Vols. Now, last thing we want to hit on as far as updates was on TK Keys, who's going to be a major contributor, I think, this year for the Vols at the wide receiver spot. And here he is right here. This is via Joey Peterson, who covers the ball for Chat Sports. Said Ryan Silva had this to say on TK Keys. I thought TK looked really sharp. That was the first time getting a real close view of his release, and the footwork and speed off jump are fantastic for a true freshman. It was the type of rep, in my opinion, that makes you want to buy stock in the strong freshman year. Just looks way more advanced than most guys at his age. So that does tell you a lot. It is not easy playing for Tennessee as a true freshman. You got to really be one of those ones. Even Mike Matthews, who was a 5-star coming out, didn't play a lot. Maybe it's different. But the receiving core we know, as we said, I think it's one of the best in the SEC, one of the best in the country. Darius Jackson, Travis Smith Jr., Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley, and obviously throw TK Keys in that conversation as well. So we'll see how much PT it is. We'll see how much trust Josh Heupel has in his quarterback in order to air the ball out and give, obviously, TK Keys those reps. But I think the biggest thing for him, if he wants to see more reps throughout the season, he's going to have to capitalize because a lot of those guys added mass. Staley added mass. Matthews added mass. Travis Smith Jr., who's been in the program now for a year, has added mass. All those guys are big, strong, and physical, and they're going to be tough covers. And we even see Mike Matthews was listed on the freak list at number 71. So that tells me all I need to know about, how good he's going to be this upcoming year and a big-time year for him to try to become an NFL prospect and one of those guys. So for TK, we know he moves different. We know he's special. But I think for him, it's continue to learn the playbook, knowing what you're doing, and when them opportunities present themselves, and I'm sure they will this year, taking that full advantage of it, right? That first game of the year, you know what I'm saying? I think it's against Furman. That's a perfect game for you to show the coaches, hey, have belief and trust. So when you go on the road that following week to Georgia Tech on ESPN at 7 p.m., you can get those reps going up against, obviously, Yellow Jackets and what they have to bring to the table. So should be a great year for Tennessee. Those are just some updates about the latest going on with fall camp and some of those things. I'm excited to see what they're going to be this year, and I think they should be pretty dangerous as a whole, as a group, right? And while all the attention, as we talked to Travis Smith Jr.'s dad, is on, quarterback, defensive line is going to be one, and then your depth just took a big hit, with Jaden Harmon being out at linebacker. Now you're going to put on guys like Jada Perlotti, who's really good, but, those younger guys are going to have to be ready to go, right? The Braden Rouses of the world have to be ready to go. So that's going to be very interesting to see. And, we know how big it is, right? We talk about offense with Tennessee Vols. We know how big it is for them to figure out this defense this year, right? It's imperative because if they don't figure out the defense, it's going to be a long year, right? And that is why Coach Heupel made those corrections, why he went with, obviously, Jim Knowles instead of, the former defensive coordinator, why he brought in new talent in order to help this team, right? And I would tell Tennessee fans, you're going to have to give it time, right? Because new defensive coordinator, right? And Jim Knowles, and then you lost Chaz Coleman. He's no longer on the team, right? And then you just lost Jaden Harmon. So you got pieces that you were expecting to be there is either not there or they're hurt. So it could take time for this defense to gel a little bit for the Tennessee Vols. But I do think they have everything at their disposal to be dangerous, to be a team, to be really good in 2026. But we're going to find out. So those are the latest updates, fall camp updates as regards to the Tennessee Vols. We'll be following all season. I will be following my other teams this year as well. Miami, obviously GT, obviously Tennessee, Auburn, Alabama, and Georgia as well. So I'm super excited. And any major national college football news, we should be here pretty soon with it being August 11th today. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned to the channel for all the content, all the uploads, man. Much love to everybody. And thank you all for the love and support of Vol Nation. And I'll see you guys soon. All right. Till next time, enjoy y'all day, and I'll see y'all soon.